Hey folks, the other day I was reading in the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday, and I was reading from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, and I was thinking on some of the things that it was saying, and one of the thoughts that sort of jumped into my brain and refused to go away was that there is a price for everything. Everything we do, it costs us. Everything we receive, it costs us. There's a price for everything. Now, I'm not saying this from a cynical perspective. I'm saying it just in recognition that if you want a good relationship with someone, it's going to cost you your time. It's going to cost you some energy. You're going to have to give into that. You're going to have to pay into that relationship. You're going to have to offer something in that relationship. You're going to have to offer yourself to that person, to those people in some way. It's going to cost something. And it's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing for us to recognize that there's a cost to everything. That if we want to receive something, if we want to experience reward, if we want to gain something, it's going to require us giving of ourselves in some fashion. It may not be financial, it may not be physical, it may not be mental, it may not be spiritual, it may not be emotional, it may be all of those, it may be one or two of those. Now there's two things that I really want to draw your attention to in this. The first is that we are not creatures of infinite resources. We only have so much energy. We only have so much time. We only have so much strength. We only have so much mental and emotional and spiritual health that can be offered to the world. There's only so much of us that we can offer in order to receive that reward. And therefore, we must be aware in how we're spending of ourselves. We must be aware how we offer ourselves so that we are able to experience the greatest return on the investment that we make. We must be aware so that we can offer ourselves in this world in such a way that it will have the greatest impact. Now, I'm not going down this road because I want you to be aware of how you invest your money to get the greatest return on your investment, or how you can become rich, or how you can become wealthy. That's not what we're getting at. As a Christian, I believe that our giving of ourselves should be ideally sacrificial in its nature. That we should be offering ourselves in such a way that the world becomes a better place. That we impact the lives of the people around us in increasingly positive ways. And therefore, given the fact that I don't have an endless supply of get up and go, I need to make sure that what I am offering will have the biggest bang for its buck. The second thing I want to draw your attention to is that we follow this Jewish carpenter named Jesus, and we're pretty sure he was about the best guy that ever walked the planet. He knew all. He was wise beyond his years and wise beyond this world. And we also know that he chose to sacrifice himself on the cross so that all would be saved, for the sins of all, so that all would benefit. He made what we in this world would see as the ultimate sacrifice. He gave up his life. Now, if he was willing to give up his life, and we know him to be wise beyond this world, and we know that wisdom would say, spend yourself in ways that you get the greatest return. Spend yourself in ways that it has the most impact. Spend yourself in ways that matters the most for those who matter most. Then we know that his sacrifice for us as a wise decision pays off eternally. That his sacrifice for us was not folly. His sacrifice for us was one of love, because we are worth it. We are absolutely worthy. His sacrifice for us was calculated, because he knows that we will do incredible things with our life. That the sacrifice he made that day on the cross has been exponentially multiplied many, 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 many times over, and will continue to be multiplied through your work. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that you understand just how incredibly wonderful, beautiful, special, and unique you are. I pray that you understand how much faith the Lord has in you. I pray you understand that Jesus happily gave himself for you because he knew that you were going to do incredible things with your life, with your time, with your treasure, with your energy, with you, with all that you are. Amen.